Okay, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Daisy and I am your yoga teacher for today's practice. Now today's practice is going to be all about working upper body strength, okay? So it's just going to be 20 minutes long. I do suggest after you practice you maybe practice one of my shorter YouTube videos of stretching out afterwards as well. So we're really going to be working on upper body strength here. I also may throw in a little challenge into crow as well, so really challenge you today. So a nice short 20-minute yoga practice. Now please, as always, don't push yourself further than you want to. I will give different options throughout the practice, and of course grab yourself a block or bolster if you would like to use it as well. I'll give different options of using them throughout the practice. Lovely, so we're going to get started standing up today, so something a little bit different compared to usual. And as we're going to be spending a lot of time on our wrists and in our upper body, we're going to start with a bit of shaking. Now this is quite often used in meditation purposes anyway. So to ground in the practice today, it's going to be slightly more active. Okay, so I want you to just start by closing off the eyes. Have the feet just wider than hip width apart, a little bit of buoyancy in the knees. Okay, and just have a little movement from side to side. Maybe you have some music on in the background. And from there, I just want you to lift up your hands and just start taking a flick through the hands, through the elbows. Okay, so just starting a little bit of energy through the upper body. Maybe you wish to make this a little bit bigger, and maybe working through the chest. Maybe lifting the arms up and above the head. Now both hands don't have to do the exact same. You can really play around with this move around. Taking steps from side to side. Now I invite you to start taking some movement through the legs, through the feet as well. So nice big shaking movements. Keep the eyes closed, just keep this your own. Feeling that deep release of energy. Maybe you want to bring the hands, the heads down, shake towards the earth. And just ever so gently now, start to slow down this movement. Coming to find stillness, keep the eyes closed. And just feel into the energy which you've already created in the body. Created right now. Bringing the awareness to the breath, the inhale through the nose, the exhale through the nose. Beautiful. Now opening up the eyes, coming to stand at the front of your mat. Just going to move these out of the way. So standing into Tadasana, feet parallel, hip width apart or feet together, shoulders back, palms face out. Inhale, lift the arms up and above the head. Bring the fingertips together, flip the hands over, pushing up and away. Find this beautiful stretch here. Exhale, releasing the hands, swan dive down, forward fold. Now inhale, lift the fingertips flat back. Maybe that's fingertips to shins. Maybe that's fingertips onto block or bolster. Exhale, forward fold. Take a bend through the knees. Place both hands down on the earth. Take a step back to high plank. Now we're going to come back to high plank quite a lot in the practice, so you really want to make sure those fingers are wide, your wrists, elbows and shoulders are in a beautiful straight line, and you've got a straight line from your head going all the way down towards the feet. Okay, so this is what I mean by high plank. You don't want the hips in the air, but you also don't want them sinking down nice and low. Now taking a bend through the knees, untuck the toes, walk the hands back, come to our tabletop position. So this time your knees are underneath the hips. Beautiful. On your inhale, lift the chest and tailbone, opening up through the heart. Exhale, drop the head and tailbone, curve the spine. 2 more. Inhale, find the lift, opening up, maybe smile. Exhale, drop the head, curve the spine. Last one. Inhale, finding the lift. Exhale, drop the head lower down. Lovely. Now come back to tabletop. Now if at any point during the practice this is too much on your hands, on your wrists, just come off, move the hands around. Maybe when you're in tabletop, move them back and forwards. Okay, so this is your own practice, knowing when to push yourself, but also knowing when you've had enough. So place the hands further in front, tuck the toes under, lifting the hips up and back to our first downward facing dog. So you want to bring the gazing point towards the kneecaps here. Push down through the heels, push up through the shoulders, and breathe. Now, option of holding it here, or option of bringing your left hand to the outside of your right leg. Take a little twist, take a little look underneath the right arm, staying strong through the shoulders. Beautiful. Peeling the left arm back over. Maybe you're still in downward dog. And option of right arm to the outside of the left leg. Take a little twist. Have a little look under and smile. Amazing. Coming back to our downward facing dog now. On your next inhale, take a little step or jump towards the hands. Lift the fingertips flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slight bend in the knees. Lift the arms up towards the sun. Exhale, swan dive straight back down. Inhale, lift the fingertips flat back. Exhale, bend, take a step or jump into high plank. Now, option here of dropping to the knees, untuck the toes, bend the elbows to lower the chest down, and inhale, push up to cobra. Or option from high plank, keep the elbows into the side, bend the elbows, lower through chaturanga, untuck the toes, upward facing dog. Lovely, opening up through the heart. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lift hips to sky, chest to thighs, downward facing dog. Amazing. Now option of holding it here, or option of bringing the left hand to the outside of the right leg. Find our twist. Inhale, back to center. Option of right hand to the outside of left leg and twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, downward dog. On your next inhale, take a step or jump to the hands, lifting the fingertips flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slight bend in the knees, lift the arms up towards the sun. Exhale, swan dive down, straight back down. Perfect. Now building up on this vinyasa now. Inhale, lift the chest flat back. Exhale, bend, take a step or jump high plank. Now, option of holding it here. Option of grounding down through the right arm. Take a little twist over on the outside edges of the feet and peel the left arm up. Now you've got the option of keeping the right knee on the earth here. Option of stacking the feet on top of each other, or option of maybe lifting the left leg up. Beautiful. And breathe. Amazing. Now on your exhale, come back round to high plank. Stepping your right foot towards the outside of the right hand. Now use your hand, use your foot to move this as far as you need to. Ground down through the left arm. Inhale, lifting up, look at the right fingertips. Easy twist. Exhale, right hand comes straight back down. Right leg steps back, high plank. Option of dropping to the knees here. Bend the elbows, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. And breathe. Now, option of finding the twist here. Option of left arm to the outside of the right leg. Back to center. Right arm to the outside of the left leg. back to center. Beautiful. On your inhale, take another step or jump to the hands. Lift the fingertips flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slight bend at the knees. Lift the arms up towards the sun. Exhale, swan dive straight back down. Inhale, lift the fingertips flat back. Exhale, bend, take that step or jump back, high plank. Now again, option of holding it here, maybe option of holding it on your knees if you wish, or option of grounding down through the left hand. Take a little twizzle with the feet, come to the outside edges as you peel up the right arm. Now option of left knee on the earth, option of feet stacked on top of each other, or option of lifting up the right leg. So you really want to keep the hips in line here, the core stays engaged. Beautiful. Bring the right hand back down, high plank. Take a step with the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Again, use the hand, use your feet to bring it as far forward as you need to. Option of keeping both hands down, or option on your inhale, lifting up with the left arm, easy twist. Perfect, stay strong through the right shoulder. Exhale, left arm comes back down. Take a step back, high plank. Option of dropping to the knees, bend the elbows, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Amazing, well done, staying strong in the shoulders. Option of holding it here, or option of bringing the left hand to the outside of the right leg. Inhale back to center. Option of right hand to the outside of the left leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, on your next inhale, take a step or jump to the hands, lifting the fingertips flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slight bend, lifting the arms up. And exhale, bring hands back to heart center. You'll be happy to hear. Have a nice little shake out if you need to. Amazing. Okay, now take a big step with your leg out to the side, coming to our Prasarita position. So the feet are parallel here. Bring hands together behind the back. Inhale, pushing away, open up through the heart. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards. So we're getting this beautiful opening up here through the heart, through the hips. Beautiful. Now on your next inhale, come up to flat back. Exhale, stand up tall. And then coming to stand back at the center of your mat. Amazing. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, down, forward fold. Inhale, lift the fingertips flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, take a step or jump, high plank. Beautiful. Now option of holding it here, or option of lifting off the right arm. Ground down through the left hand, keeping the hips as square as possible. Obviously they will move. Lower down. Option of lifting up the left. And lower back down. Beautiful. Now dropping to the knees, untuck the toes and make your way to kneeling. Again, just have a nice shake through the wrists. Beautiful. Okay, so today I thought we would workshop Bakasana, crow pose. Okay, so I'm going to give you different options. Please don't think you need to go into the highest option if you just want to stay in option number one. Maybe you're not even feeling crow pose today and maybe you just want to go into child's pose or your own position, and that is absolutely fine. Okay, so for Bakasana, for crow pose, we're going to be using the hands quite a lot. So again, please find movement through the wrists, have a little stretch if you need to. You may also wish to place a couple of cushions underneath the head as well. I'm sure you won't fall on your head, but that does sometimes make people feel a little bit more comfortable. So you're going to place the hands down, keep the fingers wide, okay? Now you want the knees to come on the back of the triceps, okay? So the knees are coming to the back of the triceps with a slight bend through the elbow. So you're lifting up through the hips. The knees are coming on the back of the triceps. The fingers are wide. Now, option of just holding it here, maybe just finding a little rock forwards and back. So you're still keeping your hands, you're still keeping your feet on the earth. Okay, so that's option number one. Again, we are opening through the hips as we do this as well. Option number two is as you lift up the hips, you're going to lift up one foot, lower back down, and the other foot, and lower back down. Okay, so again, still just having a little play around, feeling the pressure on the hands. Option number three for full Bakasana. Okay, so you're going to place the hands down, the knees come on top of the triceps, fingers are wide, so you've got a nice big surface area. Now, instead of thinking of lifting your feet up, I want you to think of lifting up your hips. So your hips are going up and forwards. As your hips lift up, your feet gradually come off the earth and you're staying up here through the arms. Okay, so it's all about your hips are lifting up and forward. You're not jumping off. You're not lifting the toes off as such. It's all to do with hips lifting off. So I ask you to just have a little practice with that now. Maybe this is something you want to practice later as well. Okay, so just having a nice play around here. Feeling into all those beautiful wobbles. And if you are a little bit more advanced and you have your jump back to Chaturanga, please feel free to do that now as well. Okay, and I want us to all come to meet in a child's pose position. So narrow leg child's pose, drop the hips back onto the heels. Maybe you wish to place a bolster underneath the hips. The arms either side of the body, the shoulders relaxing here. Just allow the body to surrender, allowing yourself this moment to breathe. Beautiful. Pick up now, swinging the legs around and ever so gently making your way down into a lying supine position. So keeping the core engaged. The knees come in towards the chest. Extending the arms out to shoulder height, palms face up to the sun. Drop the knees over to the left, the head rolls over to the right. Now if your knees are off the earth, maybe you want to place a block or bolster underneath. If you're in a slightly more open body, maybe you wish to place the left leg on top of the right. And I invite you to close the eyes off here. Just allowing gravity to draw the body to the earth, opening up through the spine, through the IT band. Peaceful, keep the eyes closed, engaging through the core. Bring the knees back to the chest. Drop the knees over to the right now, head turns over to the left. And again, maybe using a block or bolster, pop underneath the shoulders or the knees, or option of right leg coming on top of the left. The eyes closed off. Each exhale, gently moving into the space. Gently bring the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the legs, giving yourself a hug. Draw the knees inwards. And releasing the hands, releasing the feet to the earth, gently making your way into Shavasana. So option here of extending the legs out in front of you. Maybe you wish to plop your cushion or your bolster under your legs. Option of bringing the soles of your feet together, opening up the knees to a Supta Baddha Konasana variation. The palms face up towards the sun. Close your eyes off. Coming back to the breath here. Inhale through the nose. Feel the chest rise, the body lift. Exhale, allow the body to surrender to the earth. As you inhale, breathe in our pranayama, our beautiful energy. And as you exhale, allow this energy to travel around the physical body. And gently just start to bring some movement, some energy back to the physical body. Maybe that's movement through the hands, through the feet. Maybe you want to find a stretch overhead. Maybe even finding a yawn. And keeping the eyes closed, gently peeling your way up to a comfortable seated position. If that's sitting on a block or bolster, that's absolutely fine. Just lengthening through the spine, opening up those hips. Place one hand on top of the other at heart center. Feel into the beautiful energy you've created today. That energy which you can carry with you for the rest of the day. Bring both palms together. Deep breath in through the nose and sigh the breath out through the mouth. Find a smile. Namaste. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me for today's yoga practice, all about upper body strength and a nice challenge of Bakasana crow pose there as well. I do suggest that you go off, maybe try one of my more stretchier, slower videos as well, just to wind down after the practice. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, maybe leave a comment, and also please feel free to share with other people. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon.